Hey, welcome to Saturday Night D&D with D and Brig. Why aren't you on there?
Why am I not on there?
I don't know. Why are you not on there? Should be.
This is how we start out. Classic D&D moments. Why the heck isn't this working?
Probably because I didn't update the link on this one, but I did the combat screen.
Aha.
It's all you.
Oh, right. Well, welcome, crew. We are here in the plane of air. Does anyone want to try and win some extra points by explaining what exactly went down last session?
Fire giants.
Besides me. I heard fire giants. I heard sound on the ship. That was definitely some stuff.
That's all I remember. But I was getting
all?
sausages. I was getting
go.
lots of sausages. Hellhound sausage. One of them may have been a little too spicy for my tummy.
Oh, that's right. I've been looking forward all week to taking the test.
I tried to make gumbo fail with my portent roll, but she outsmarted me and barely made it. And then they get in trouble with fire giants, and by the time my stumpy little legs could get to them, they're running around a corner saying, "Fire giant!" and I turn around and run with them. That's what I remember from Lucky's point of view.
Fair enough. Let's see, make sure I have that save on a specific file somewhere that I need to. Sorry, I'm wandering away from the mic. That I needed to pull back up just in case anybody else wanted to take this test. So what happens when you put notes on a laptop and then a PC and then a piece of paper? So yeah, you guys are in the city of Ampharos on the plane of air. You have arrived on the ship that you were hired to be protection for. You've taken a bit of shore leave. You were given kind of like an ambiguous, yeah, you can take some hours. You know, we're not in a rush. We already got our cargo to his destination. We'll head back whenever we've finished up here, and as long as you guys make it back onto the ship, that's part of the contract. There was some concern about the content of the cargo. Some of you were following it to see where its destination happened to be, because it may have been people. Others of you weren't really worried and decided to go shopping. And Wavosh, you got yourself some new armor. Blaskin kind of tagged along and then got radically stomped by a fire giant before your warlock showed up and decided to just put up a giant baby gate in front of them and let you guys get out of there. What?
I'm not even damaged.
True. That doesn't mean that a whole lot of damage didn't go down in the combat tracker. I shouldn't say stomped, I should say squished. Anyway, you guys have kind of just recouped from the unexpected combat that was happening down one of those like alleyways outside of the blacksmith where Wavosh went shopping. Will has been doing his best to tail one of the carts to see where it's being taken to, one of the carts of cargo from the ship. He ran afoul of some, he just kind of committed a faux pas in the city and had to dodge some of the defenses or some of the guards as a result, and did manage to succeed evading their eyes and is still following a cart. And I believe Apples is somewhere nearby. None of the roles that I've been doing in the tower so far have been any kind of horrible thing for the owl. So the first thing I want to start with is Flint.
Yes.
You've been chilling on the ship. Anything in particular you've been trying to do or work on, or people you've been trying to talk to? Like everybody else kind of took shore leave, and you were like, "Nah, I'm cool. I'm hanging here."
I mean, I just oversaw the unloading of the cargo for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I might wander around. I don't think I'd be looking for anything in particular.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
16.
Don't find anything out of the ordinary as you're wandering around the ship. So we're gonna say that was like we needed to do that earlier, just in case. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
What did my dwarven eyes see?
Eyes, ears, all of the senses.
Nothing.
Oh man, you got a 0? Well, a +0, I should say.
Apparently, this is the opposite of my cleric.
Okay. You don't notice the sounds of combat and the weird spells going off and like the clap of, well, I don't know. Does a lightning spell cause thunder? I guess we'll just
This one certainly didn't.
Yeah, the weird lightning strike that goes off into the sky. You happened to be really interested in a book at the time. You were just flipping through some pages like, oh wait, I think I remember reading something about. Anyway, but what you do hear is the captain swearing her ass off and starting to take off down the gangplank from the ship.
I'll look at somebody nearby and just
where's she going?
I don't know. I just hold the rope for the cargo lift. I don't really work here.
Does she usually storm off like that?
I work for the city. Are you too close?
Very. That's my wife to be.
I don't know much about love, but if she goes running off like that, maybe you should follow her.
I suppose you're right.
She seemed really pissed.
Yeah.
might as well go get yelled at now rather than later.
Good luck, sir.
I'll give him a nice salute and head off.
Okay.
Me and him are buddies.
Yeah. Good old him.
That guy. Never to be named or seen again.
Boatman Extra 1. Rope holding guy.
I'm convinced you just hallucinated him. He was never
like
there.
That meme I posted with the goblins, like the made up name on the spot that was stupid. And now you're joining us. You're adopted. You're our friend.
You know when you see the movie credits and you see like key grip 1, key grip 2? That was a key grip right there. So yeah, you are doing your best to kind of keep pace with the captain, who is making her way up the same kind of causeway into the main market area through the underground passages that lead out of the different docks.
Of swears.
Sure. Give me actually, why am I not hearing sounds from the platform? That's weird. Yeah. I mean, it's not really important, but like I'm not hearing Fantasy Grounds audio. So like when I roll a dice, nothing happens. It's weird.
You're local or sharing?
locally. I don't think I've ever heard it in
Okay.
the stream.
Yeah, I would say because if you're not hearing on streams, because I have game sound muted. I don't hear you, Kenku, if you've got anything playing.
You don't hear Kenku? Other people
Check
did.
its volume. It's muted. Oh, no, it's deafened. It's at 100%. I'm not hearing anything.
I hear it. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Let me turn it up some. Yeah, I just put it up to 200. I don't hear anything. Odd.
Don't know. But that's lame, because if you can't hear it, then stream doesn't hear it either.
Sure.
How about now? Still nothing.
Okay, there's some. It's like a kind of a real low, slow. Kinda
Okay,
eerie
so,
sound.
but you're hearing something coming through.
I'm making sure that's what I'm supposed to be hearing.
Yeah, I imagine that's the only other source of audio. I bumped it up just a little bit because I had it really low. But
Okay. Well, I also turned it up to 200% in Discord.
I've got it on 100. And okay, well, yeah, we'll figure that out later. Sorry, coming back. Flint, give me an initiative roll real fast. Okay, you do your best to keep up with her. You do not catch up, but you keep her in sight, and you will kind of make your way out into the market space, as continuing to tail her. Let's see. Wavash, Gumbo, Blaskin, and Lucky. You guys have kind of recollected in the market area, kind of not really hiding in the crowd, but just like taking a breath, sitting down on a bench, kind of going over. Like, I don't know, is there anything you wanted to do post-combat? Any concerns from anybody there?
Why don't we all run from a fire giant? What's going on?
They attacked Blaskin. Something about him not being branded yet?
Does that sound? Is anything during my conversations through town about the different factions? Does anything about that come up? About branding or anything? Did I hear?
Let's see. Give me. Is there anything besides intelligence? I just hate like dumbing it down to basic intelligence checks. What would you like to try to pull out from your skill set to see if you ascertained the right information where this might make more sense in the context of this city? I mean, if we come down to an int roll, we can do an int roll, but just curious if you had any more creative thoughts.
Other
I wanted
than,
to make a
unmuting myself would help. I was saying, since I was trying to pump people for information, maybe investigation. While it wasn't investigating, it also is not really anything else that I can think of.
No, that's fine. We can roll another investigation check just to see if.
Unless
like,
you want to
we
be
can
a history if I
some
remember
digging.
anything.
No, let's go ahead and go investigation. I'm just curious if. Okay. That's pretty good. So there was. It was kind of said on the sly when it was first brought up, so it wasn't really clicking with your brain right away, but there was mention of the fact that a lot of the kind of the errand runners and the gophers in this city, they're bearing a certain color, and you start putting like two and two together, and like the way like some pronouns were used and some of the structure of the sentences, you're realizing that like a lot of the people running around here aren't so much like autonomous, they're owned, and the weird kind of earring structure that they all have on with the different colored gems, that's like that's effectively like a collar or a mark, like I belong to this house. So you're starting to do some mental math that, oh, when they said he wasn't branded, it was like, oh, maybe we can, capture this person and then try to sell them somewhere.
Yeah, so, slavery. Yeah. Putting you to work for one of the houses around here, while I've been doing a bit of cruising through the market and finding all the sausages and stuff. Talking to some of the keeps, and, like that guy there, and I point, and like he's wearing that red, and that one's wearing blue, and I'm pointing all the different things out. I'm like, it's basically showing that they belong to a certain house. And I start going through all the details of what I've been able to puzzle out structure-wise of between who does what. And I give that lowdown. So we're either gonna have to watch ourselves out here, or align ourselves with somebody, maybe. I think it'd probably be foolish to try to just wear a color outright.
Why me specifically, though? Why not any of you?
I don't know. Maybe you're the first one they saw. Maybe because you're not flesh. I'm not sure.
Oh.
They tried to nab you, Gumbo?
No, I was just passing by. I heard the ruckus.
Well, they seemed very interested in Blaskin specifically.
No, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah, no, but he was asking if they were trying to grab anyone else.
Oh, okay.
Have we noticed any other constructs or anything similar to Blaskin around? Like, are they in number or anything?
Do you want to give me a... No, I'm not going to make you roll again. This city has a lot of different types of bodies in it. Large, small, all colors, all creeds and origins. There are a handful, like just peppered through, that are constructs as opposed to living flesh. You do also see that they bear various house colors.
Okay, so nothing that's specific, like, oh, every construct you see is all wearing red or something.
True. They do not all belong to one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guild.
If you see one there, and I'm pointing them out, like, they're all got different house colors on, so I don't know why they'd have an interest in you specifically. I mean, there are the slaves of other races and stuff in there.
I just realized I left like half of my notes on our tablet upstairs, so I'll be right back.
You guys are taking notes?
Oh, Nick's gonna be in.
We're taking a break. Well, if you want to try some of this sausage, it's been really good. Gives you a warm
Yeah, hand
feeling
it
in
over.
the tummy.
It's his penis.
Oh God!
Tricked you.
All right. Damn it! I
Reach in
always
my
fall
pocket
for that
and grab
one. Guess I'll have to roll the check when DM gets back.
I'm back.
All right, what was the check for the sausage?
I just offered him sausage while we're waiting.
Oh crap. Okay. Give me a con save.
save. Just a second.
Gonna reach deep into this pocket for a d20.
Gotta pull out the weighted die.
It's the little button beside one that says CON.
Oh no. It's okay, I promise we know what we're doing.
I definitely don't. Oh, there it goes. Jeez. Took it a minute.
Wow.
Wow, a big 7.
Oh.
But you got a bonus. You're proficient.
That was
You
really
made it by
close.
2.
No. Oh, right. Meets it, beats it. You're right. You made it by 2. So yeah, give yourself 5 temporary hit points. It is spicy as hell going down, but it's like an enjoyable burn.
Hey, welcome, Vancouver.
Ooh, that is, oh,
It's invigorating.
I haven't had anything that spicy in a little bit.
Yeah, good stuff, ain't it?
You literally breathed
Says like
fire.
with tears in his
40
eyes.
seconds. 40 seconds ago, you breathed fire.
He breathed lightning.
I breathed lightning,
Oh,
sir.
my bad. You're right. Sorry.
It tastes different.
To be fair, this is also the Dragonborn that didn't realize that all the platinum in his pocket was worth so much money.
I'm a country bumpkin, okay?
We should try to convince him that lightning and fire are actually the same then, so I can just be right.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna gaslight it.
Okay. So you guys have kind of collected yourselves there in the market, figured out there's, a bit of slave trade going on in the city. For all intents and purposes, when you look around at the people who have these slave marker earring bangle things, they don't look like they're doing that bad. They don't look bruised or malnourished. It's just you belong to a house, apparently. You also, let's see. I forgot how to do this in Fantasy Grounds. It's the... Oh, yeah. Okay. Ignore that one because he's not there. Ignore that one because he's not there. Okay. Blaskin, you do see, quickly moving through the crowd towards your position, the frustrated face of your captain starting to make her way toward your group. And with that, we're going to cut back over to Will, who has just joined us from his car.
Hello. Yes, I decided to go and get my computer and plug it into my car, and I'm still in my car.
Yep, I believe it, 100%. Anyway, we last left Will having evaded the local neighborhood watch and currently in, I think, pass without a trace mode.
Yes.
Tailing on the ground now the cart that he picked of 2 crates that were coming off the ship, slowly heading down a back street, right?
Yep.
Okay. I want one more survival check from you to continue keeping pace with them through the street. It's not a super high DC because this is kind of a more... Actually, hold on. DM recalculating things in real time as he thinks about it. This is a exposed area. So, yeah, roll me the survival check, and I'm rethinking the DC because it's equal parts keeping track of them and trying not to be visible.
All right. Survival, which is. Again, my proficiency bonus gets doubled for this since I'm in an urban environment. Oops, meant to drop. Ooh, doesn't matter. I meant to drop it in the tower, and I would have missed that beautiful one.
Well, it's not an attack, so it's still a 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold the nat 1 against you because it's a skill check. But how do I want to play that? Oh, there's so many options.
I'm being sneaky.
Man, Captain's gonna be so fucking pissed at us.
You're being sneaky.
Just because, just because I tripped doesn't mean that everybody saw me.
You're keeping really good track of the cart, and you're kind of giving it a good amount of distance. They go around a corner, and you're like, okay. I mean, there's no other based on the low angle that you had on that shot, no other ways they could go except like around this one corner. So you kind of rush up a little bit to the actual wall edge, and somebody is leaning out a window and dumping out a chamber pot. Thankfully, you dodge out of the way, but you dodge into a massive pile of boxes and broom handles and other things that can clatter. And so you just cause this cacophonous crash in the street. Looking to your left, the cart is still in clear view, and the guard on the right has turned around trying to figure out what's going on.
I would like to once again use Nature's Veil as a reaction.
Hey, thank you for the raid.
Oh my! Wait, hold on. We got
it. Gives me 6 seconds of invisibility.
Okay, I was distracted by the raid. Hi, raiders. You're able to use that how many times in a day?
I think it's the same amount as my proficiency bonus, which is 4.
Okay.
Double check. Nature's Veil. Let me just double check that.
And it's just plain old invisibility, yeah?
Yes. I magically become invisible until the start of my next turn, so it's basically just 6 seconds. So
okay, yeah. Okay, so you dive out of the way of this pot of foulness coming down out of a window, crashing through a series of boxes and baskets and cages that are not currently full. It was just clutter left in the corner of this back alley, creating a scatter of debris and noise. And the guard on the one of the two guards turns around from this cart and just sees the slightest wisp of the corner of your cloak as you just go and just stay prone, completely invisible.
I would like to try and roll out of the way, or crawl out of the way as quickly as possible.
Okay, sure. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah.
Or acrobatics. You can use either. This is definitely a time where it's are you doing push-ups or are you flipping?
I have a +5 to both, so it doesn't matter. I think a flip sounds... Wait, hang on. But I'm proficient in athletics. Does that mean I get to add my bonus to it?
Maybe we should flavor it after you roll.
You know what? Athletics has a star next to it, so I'm going to roll that one. This time, I'll remember to drop it in the tower.
Okay. You kind of spring up off your hands and do a tumble to the other side of the alley, and wedge yourself in against another stairwell into someone else's house before that invisibility starts to fade. And you just take a couple kind of nervous breaths. The Jinn guard that has been following this cart just turns back around, keeps walking forward. One of those stealth game must have been the wind kind of moments. You are still technically you are still following it. You're a little further behind. There's probably like I want to say like 90 feet now between you and the cart itself.
Okay.
But with that, you continue following for a short while, making sure to keep an eye on the windows above as you are now on the ground level, and trying to look as nonchalant as possible while your heart rate slowly goes down. They make one final turn down what looks like another back alley, except you realize now to their left down this alleyway. What's up, Rumble? Thanks for the background music comment. To the left of their pathway, you realize the wall is suddenly much higher. Like this looks like a significant. It's like a series of ramparts. It's just to the right is the outer wall of the city, which has always kind of looked the same. It's this plain surface you've been walking along, but to the left has usually been other houses, row houses, like the townhomes that are like really tight together.
Anyway, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And so suddenly it changes from that to just this massive structural, impediment to the left. It's like, okay, they're obviously coming up along something that has like more significant defenses or security or secrecy. Regardless, it's like, well, they invested a lot in walls. And at the end, you can kind of assume their destination at this point, because the only thing down the rest of this alleyway. So to be fair, you do pause at the corner because there is nothing left to hide behind. It's just a clear shot, and then one opening at the end that has two other guards near it, a brazier and another torch and then a large like double door gate, which is currently like half of it is open, and you see like one empty cart coming out, and then the other one that you've been tracking is heading in that direction. Okay. You also see all the way down this side, there are purple colored banners that are hanging down that rampart wall. And that's actually the end of the sentence, so I shouldn't have left it on a high note.
Hold on. Whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that. Shit. In that case. Do I risk going back to the roof? Yeah. Does it look like is there a pretty big gap between roofs? Like I couldn't climb back up to the roof and then like run across and jump to the top of the wall? Or is it a pretty big gap that I couldn't cross?
So the alley that you're facing down following this cart has the exterior city wall on your right and this like 25 to 30 foot high rampart wall on your left. So what houses are you talking about climbing? The stuff behind you?
That's kind of what I meant. I was trying to figure out if there was a way for me to, because they're going through this wall, right?
Yeah, it looks like they're heading towards this kind of
right. So I'm
cargo entrance, delivery entrance.
I'm trying to visualize if there's a way for me to, without necessarily being seen, get onto that wall so I can get over it. But I'm not sure. Based on the way you're describing it, how do you want to what's the word I'm looking for? How do you want to scan the area and figure out what your plan of attack is? Or if it's a good idea? I guess the only way that I could really do it is if I got a good vantage point. point. But if I do that, I risk getting seen and yelled at again. Do I see anything in particular that's higher than the rest of the city around me?
The estate that they are moving into seems to have higher walls than the city outside of it.
Okay. Well, in that case,
you have seen a couple towers that sit like 10 to 20 feet higher than, like when you were up on the roofs, you saw several different basically minarets that had a higher vantage point than the rooftops.
Okay.
They also bore the silver coloring of the people that were looking for you.
I guess I'll see if there's anything I can identify about this location, so that I can come back to it. You know what? Actually, I feel like this is something. Well, I either gotta just go for it, or I gotta just return to the party and let them know that I at least found where it's going. This sounds like a really bad idea, so I'm going to roll a dice. There's a 10% chance that I decide to keep snooping. If I roll higher than a 10, I just make note of where I am and I return to the party. All right, so I will take some notes as to where I am. And if I can figure out what the name of this location is, I'll definitely do that. And then I'll head back towards the party. And there is something I want to do on the way. I'm going to message you in the chat.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll real fast for trying to figure out if you have more information about this location besides where you were physically.
Oh yeah, investigation +0 because I'm not very smart. Well, I keep forgetting to put that in the tower.
I mean, I think that's on brand for Will. Okay. Let me make a note. So as you start to make your way back, you're giving some extra effort to try to eavesdrop, listen, like if people are talking about anything in particular, or if you were taking in any extra details. So what you know on your way back, you're able to piece together that this is where that was delivered was to House Amin. The purple colored the purple colored banners. This is one of the 5 houses of the city. Specifically, this is House Amin, A-M-I-N.
Pronounced Amin. Perfect.
Okay,
then I
so you're on
a message in the game. Yeah.
Is that second? Is that a special thing, or just like the generic thing that I would think of IRL?
Hang on, give me a second. I'm responding.
Okay. Now everyone is really curious. Okay.
What? Hang on. Why did that one not? Oh, I know why that one didn't work.
It's okay. I'm going to say you're able to acquire both of those with just drop like 3 silver. Yeah,
3 silver?
You're able to acquire whatever you want there.
Baller. then I'm done.
Okay. So coming back to the crowd in the market with Lucky, Blaskin, Gumbo, Wavash, you were back together. Blaskin, you noticed the captain starting to approach. Actually, that was a kind of a good enough perception roll that I did for you. Sorry, I just did everybody's perception roll from the party sheet. You also see Flint doing his best to catch up further in the distance. Like the crowd kind of parts just a little bit, and he's hoofing it. But yeah, Captain Bast kind of arrives and takes a couple breaths. What the hell are you all up to out here? I'm hearing spells go off. You're still... I'm still responsible for this crew.
Do you like a sausage? It's a good hellhound sausage.
It is such a like unexpected question in response. She's just like, takes a second. What the hell are y'all up to right now?
I'm just sitting here, taking in the sights, learning about the city, collecting sausages. And...
yeah, apparently, but who's trying to kill who? Why is...
I think they said there's a fire giant who was trying to get hold of Blaskin here, saying he wasn't branded.
We were attacked by 2 fire giants.
Yeah, I think that means they want to make him a slave.
Uh-huh, yeah, well, okay. Look, that's on me. She passes out like a kind of... They're like, imagine like a stole or like a wide tie that isn't meant to be tied together. She passes them out to the crew of you there, and they have kind of silver bordering. And does anybody read Primordial?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Half.
Then you notice that there's some silver lettering on either half of it, but it just kind of sits around the back of your neck and then just kind of rests like halfway down your chest. It's nothing huge, but it's
kind of like a torque.
I don't know what that is, but yes, I'm sure I'll get it in Discord. Anyway, she gives you guys some labels that you can wear. Sorry, there's definitely a lot of ownership in this city, and usually we don't venture in very much, and I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but you want to make sure that it's not like I feel like you were unlucky, but
no,
there
I'm
are
always
some
lucky.
people.
It's my name.
Oh my God, I don't know how to talk to you. Y'all ran afoul of some entrepreneurs in this city who maybe wanted to make a quick buck and sell you off to one of the houses because you didn't have any colors on you, so that's fine. But you have these now, so hopefully... Look, we're getting situated to try and take off in a couple hours, all right? Just please keep your heads down and don't get any more fights, okay? I don't need the headache of talking to the local militia here to get y'all out of jail just so I can ferry your asses back where we came from. Yeah, I'll take a sausage.
Regular, I hold up one hand. You're the hellhound one. This and got on some bite.
Oh, hell no. No.
Just hand her the normal one.
Okay, thank you. Just puts it in a back pocket. At this point, Flint, you catch up. You heard about like the latter half of her argument.
Howdy.
Oh, she hands you one of the torques.
The what?
I sent a picture in there. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more like a fabric thing that kind of rests down the front. I don't know. I grew up Catholic,
apron?
so
A bib?
here, Google stole, STOLE. See what that looks like. Anyway,
Like
it's
when you
just
graduate or you're a priest.
yeah, something like that, except smaller. Regardless, you guys have just a little marker on you that says like, "Hey, we're not for sale, working for a third party."
Not for sale. I like that we have to specify that.
About this time, you hear like a deep, kind of massive, almost war horn sound go off in the distance, like. And
what is that?
What is the sound?
Yes, I'm
Oh, okay. The crowd around you kind of takes notice and turns toward the sound of towards the origin of the sound. And there's kind of some hushed whispers from different people in the crowd, and people are starting to kind of slowly make their way. Some folks are kind of ignoring it and staying at the stalls they're working, or at the table where they're eating or drinking. And then the captain is, look, maybe we should just, like I said, keep our heads down, do as the locals are doing. They're calling people over to one of the house. Every one of the houses here has like this fancy entryway into their district, and some important stuff happens at each one of those. So maybe we should just kind of follow along and just see what's up. But the tide of folks that are responding are heading in because you guys are kind of in the middle of the market area, are heading in the direction of the purple bannered gateway.
I suppose we could follow him.
Okay. Sorry. Ay. So the group as a whole makes their way over. Will, I'm going to say that in your hustle back, you weren't planning to go toward the market area, but you do spot you spot Blaskin's reflective lenses, and Wavosh just trying to stretch in some of this new armor. You spot those two bodies across the crowd and are able to kind of change direction and meet up with the crew.
Okay. I would like to attempt to. This is for no other reason than just to fuck with everyone. I want to attempt to sneak in and appear without them seeing me.
Sure, roll me a stealth check.
And I would like to waste another one of my nature's veils to make this happen.
Oh boy. Okay. So you can roll a stealth check with advantage.
A super stealth check.
Let's see, passive. Nope.
Was your pass without trace still going?
Oh yeah, my pass without
So
trace
add 10 to that.
activated. Yeah, so plus 10.
Lasts for an hour?
Let me double
Is that
check.
true?
Actually,
Hour or longer?
what is pass?
I feel
without
like-
trace? Yeah, up to
feel
an
like-
hour.
Okay. All right. Then never mind. There is no interaction with the group yet. You actually walk with them for a significant amount of time without anybody realizing you have shown back up.
Even after the invisibility drops?
Uh-huh. It's more of so you so smoothly like work your way through the crowd and don't interrupt anybody, and then when the invisibility fades, you time it just right that you're still like moving with the crowd, that I guess everyone just kind of assumed you were already there. Oh, lucky Apples does make their way back to you and reports the same location where the cart went in that Will has found.
Okay.
But okay, so you follow the crowd over towards the gate into the House Amin's area. Just punch the mic. And situated in the center of this smaller square, you see a structure. It's kind of like the base of a kerosene lamp. So it's this like crystalline glass curved body that then like leads up into like a fluted top, and you can see there's like a metal grating in the bottom and like a smaller grating at the top before like some of the glass just kind of does more fanciful shapes. But being shoved in through what's essentially a back door of this structure is 6 different humanoid shapes. As you get closer, you can see various like standard, like, you roll a d6, you got some like half elf, you got some human, there's a tabaxi, but they're all wearing the colors, wearing purple. And there's 2 Jinn guards, all in very deep kind of plum, that are shoving them through this back kind of glass hatch before shoving it closed and setting a series of locks. And then you see up on a kind of platform behind it, there's what looks like a very wealthy Jinn character, dressed in all like a spectrum of different purple silks, from like soft lavender to like deepest plum, almost black. And he kind of takes, a central position at the banister, and you hear him call out, "These slaves have been found wanting in the skills demanded by this house, and as such, we remit them to the skies, that their energies may come back to us in a more useful form. Ignite!" And you see kind of a panicked look fall over the group that's in the center of this bowl, before just a massive column of flame gouts from the center and completely consumes the space within the glass, and then spirals up like a good 50 or 60 feet above this structure. and then completely drops down to nothing, and there is like nothing left within the glass. And as you look around in the crowd, there isn't a whole lot of shock. There's more just like dejected eyes looking left and right. Some muttering you hear of like, they went through more of them. Kind of vibes, but it's... And then the person that was speaking at the top of the platform just kind of waves their hand, turns back around, and heads back toward the larger structure, the more palatial estate in the center.
So,
what the fuck? That's Will speaking.
that was interesting.
That's one word for it, I suppose.
How would you describe it?
You know what? Fair enough.
I'm not overly familiar with this place. Lucky, could you describe to me what just happened?
He's walking dogs.
Oh man, I didn't notice when he said BRP.
Yep, he missed that whole description.
Well, you know what, stream, you could catch him up, right? You know, it's so much easier when you're sitting around a table and somebody gets up and leaves, like you know they're gone.
The word excruciating comes to mind.
Sorry, I'm back, and apparently I missed something.
Yeah, you did.
Oh boy.
But you were in the middle of talking about something, so that's why I typed it in chat so I wasn't interrupting you.
Oh, but yeah, I didn't even... I've got you guys on 3 monitors.
I typed it in Twitch also.
Well, I'm not watching Twitch actively.
Saying I had multiple notifications, so what did I miss?
Fair. Yeah, so, when did you leave? Like, what did you hear before you left?
We were going to a place with purple.
Oh, okay. So you guys arrived at like the smaller square that's in front of the purple house district, and there's a big glass structure, right? A bunch of people got shoved into it from the back, and the door closed, and then somebody who looked important, maybe it's the house leader, you don't really know, mentioned that like these were basically crappy slaves, and then they got burned alive.
Only a little bit.
There was nothing left.
And we could all see this through the glass building, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I mean, it was a pretty grand proclamation.
Yeah, it was an ostentatious show.
Yeah, he literally said, these servants have been found lacking, and fucking burned them alive.
Also, you took in like the response of the crowd around you was not like super shocked. It was like you kind of get the sense that this is a little bit standard. Like somebody near you guys mentioned something about like, oh, they went through more of them, didn't they?
Yeah, so place we don't need to be hanging out real long.
Yeah, I get that vibe too.
So,
Please?
yeah, I think I've seen enough people burning for today. And maybe for the rest of my life.
Lucky, can you give me an Arcana check?
I can. And then Lucky actually gets some PTSD moment.
PTSD?
PTSD. Thank you. Seeing like the fireball going off and thinking about Flint's sister.
Oh. I did not plan that. That's a really good roll, though. So I want to say that it has to do with like the fire angle really catches your eye. The thing that stands out to you is that something about it didn't seem real.
Like illusion, or
like it was illusory, or there was like something else happening in the space, but you get the sense that what you just saw, you can't really take at face value.
So I kind of lower
There's
my
something
voice.
weird going on.
And I lean over to Flint. I'm like, I don't know if it's a ruse or for show, but I don't think that actually was what we were seeing. I think it was a creation. Can't be positive, but there's something that wasn't. I don't think it was what we saw.
The captain's gonna
my list, seeing if there's anything I've got that.
Okay, if you guys are still figuring something out or making a plan, let me know. Otherwise, I'll NPC some dialogue. But I was basing it off silence.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking. I don't. Do I know? Well, I don't know the customs here. I'm just curious if like casting detect magic would be considered rude, or is that something that I could try to do? Let me look. What's the components? Verbal and somatic. So is it possible for me to try to do a sleight of hand and just, conceal casting that?
What's the range on that?
Because
you guys are not like right up against this thing. Like,
right. I can. It's cast on me, but I can detect the presence of magic within 30 foot. If I sense magic in this way, I can use my action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn the school of magic, if any. Penetrates most barriers, was blocked by a foot of stone, inch of common metal, or thin sheet of lead, or 3 foot of wood or dirt.
I will say, go ahead and do a sleight of hand. Like, you haven't heard anything from your dialogue in the market that like casting a spell is, rude or dangerous.
I'd rather be safe than
stuff
sorry. Because
the stuff that went down in the alley was like people were running for their lives. But if you want to kind of keep it subtle, you can still do a sleight of hand. Yeah, you're able to kind of you time it right with some other like chaotic noises that are going on in the area. So you cast detect magic. You are going to have to approach closer if you want to get any kind of sense of like the structure.
Yeah, I just kind of like make my way through the group, like looking like, because I'm short, so I'm trying to like see.
Yeah, and it's easy enough because there are other people. Like while there wasn't a whole lot of shock and awe, there are people who still kind of come closer and just make some kind of gesture of like, contrition or, passing. So you're able to get close enough. You do, I say, sense the presence of magic. So you do sense there is a magical element to the structure itself. It seems to, like if you were getting a visual aura of it, it follows the glass up to the kind of the top grate, and then not only does it stay with like the structure down to the ground, but you can tell there's something that goes beneath. And the class is illusory magic.
You saying the glass itself is the illusion?
That's what's holding the residue of the what's coming off of your detect magic spell.
Okay.
But you can't follow it too far into the ground because again it's blocked by.
I can follow it 3 foot.
Yeah. So basically, what you can tell is that it doesn't stop at the ground; it goes under.
I'll eventually try to make my way back to the rest of the group. Yeah, my hunch was right. There's the facade's illusion, and it extends. I don't know how far below the ground. I could only detect about 3 foot, but it's a whole for show kind of thing. So I don't know what they're doing with those people.
Why would they bother putting on a show of burning slaves?
Y'all, can we not have this conversation in the middle of the fucking market? I suggest we head back to the ship, like now.
Yeah, probably safe anyway.
You can you see the captain who has kind of kept her cool through like an entire travel, complete with the combat that you guys helped defend, looks like very unnerved right now. So she's doing her best to like urge you guys, like maybe we should go back to the frickin' boat.
Yeah, let's head back.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do, or just kind of follow the group?
Well, I pretty much got what I came for.
I'm good.
Armor and murder.
Yes.
Okay, then it's pretty easy to make your way back through the market, down the causeway, and when you go up the gangplank on the ship itself, the captain kind of gestures you all into the captain's quarters. Like without a word, just, a slight hand direction. If y'all would.
Yeah, go ahead and go.
Okay, y'all are all good with that?
Going in.
Yeah, Wash
Do
follows.
we feel like Mom's about to sit us down and have a talk? Or?
Sure, roll me an insight check. I'm going to message you. Where'd you go? Because I don't know how to do it correctly. I'm going to accidentally message everybody, so here, I'm going to do it on Discord.
That's why you do it in Discord so you don't screw up.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I've ever done that before at all, ever, multiple times.
Ow.
Okay.
So y'all gather within the captain's quarters. She closes the doors behind you, and you hear it as she locks the door, and then turns around and kind of places her back to the door frame. I am so fucking annoyed with all of you right now. You are going to ruin a good thing. You were told to help defend the ship, and you would get what you needed if you just did that job. And my job right now relies on everyone else doing their job to the letter.
I put my hand up.
Yes, William.
Just real quick, I'm a little confused. When you say a good thing, are you referring to slavery or?
See,
I kind of
here's the
trail
thing.
off.
We were carrying boxes. That is all anybody needs to know about this trade route. We carry boxes from point A to point B. We get paid for it. Mercantile does makes their money. We make our money. Everything works fine. Then that new hire goes and starts fucking things up. And then y'all start asking more questions than you were supposed to. So, hey, Magic Man, you got anything that can just I don't know, give us some silence, some sound protection, something?
Let me look.
I put my hand up again.
Question number 2.
Probably closest I could do. I could make a little bit of it's a shelter, kind of climate controlled, and you can see.
Does sound come out of it?
I don't think so. Let me look real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's soundproof.
I love what the arcane can do. I just never keep up with it.
Did you want us to be able to hear each other inside it?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, then no, I don't. I can't help you. That's
He
definitely
pulls out a
him.
knife, stabs in the table. We can't hear anything.
Meanwhile, Lavash is just what do I do with all these platinum pieces?
Just platinum pieces falling on the ground out of his pockets constantly.
All right, what was the deal
It
with
doesn't
that?
specifically say anything about sound, but spells and other magical effects can extend through it, so I'd assume sound as well. Because, if I cast a thunderbolt or a thunderstep or something inside it, you're not going to hear that.
You know what? We're going to go with that. We're just going to say that the tiny hut also carries that benefit.
Okay. So I'll...
Lumen's tiny hut requires us to be within a 5-foot radius of each other. Or
Oh,
something,
10 foot.
doesn't
It's a
10-foot
10-foot
radius.
hemisphere.
That's 20
it?
feet.
Okay. So we're just fitting 7 people in this tiny area.
9 creatures of medium size can fit inside.
Well, that's still pretty tight.
Yeah, but we're standing around talking. I'm gonna.
In a 10-foot radius?
Yeah, that's a 20 foot. That's 20 feet. 20 foot sphere.
I would love to
That's
have
pretty big.
10-foot ceilings.
my bedroom. Yeah, my bedroom is a fucking 12 by 12, so that's bigger than my bedroom.
So if you want, Lucky, you're able to whip that up pretty quick.
10 minutes.
Oh,
Ritual.
okay.
So we stand there awkwardly with the captain for 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Everybody's
Do we get a drink while we wait?
Yeah, everybody get their refreshments and stuff. And
She's actually going to walk over to a hutch that she unlocks and pulls out a large brandy snifter and will pass it around. Sorry about the issue with the giants there.
I got a question. You kind of scolding us about just doing what we're supposed to. We defended the ship, right? Did our job.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to town to, like, just relax a little bit. I was getting sausages. You had one. Looking for any kind of books and stuff because I like that kind of thing. And then they got attacked by fire giants. So why are we getting in trouble for something that we didn't start?
It's just too many questions, and I don't, look, just finish the whatever chalk drawing you're doing there. I assume that's part of the spell, and you're not just doing some freelance artwork on the floor.
I'm like, yeah. As I kind of smudge out a little stick figure man poking a cat with a stick, I kind of smear that out and finish the ritual.
Yeah, because anything around here gets done for free.
Yeah. It's all part of it.
Look, I promise some more answers. Just make sure we got this space.
So I'll finish that up.
Okay, so dome goes up around y'all. We're not trafficking people. I mean, we are, but we're not. Look. We've got a good deal with Prince Amin, all right? He's got a lot of showmanship, but he's very altruistic.
Now, is that the guy we saw giving the proclamation while I was at AFK?
Yeah, that would have been him. He's built a reputation in that city for being just like burns through slaves left and right. Sorry for the pun.
Yeah, but speaking of that, I think that was all for show because it seemed like a bit of an illusion instead of being real.
Well, you're smarter than most if you were able to pick up on that. Yeah. So look, we've got an agreement where we can move people to his house, his guild. Then he'll farm out jobs with them for a time, and then when they find time to set these people free, move them on, they get picked for punishment, and he does his big conflagration, and then they're perfectly fine, I promise you. They're ferried along kind of on his... He's got a series of portals. I think he's got a place in the fire plane that then directs back somewhere in the outland. But these are folks coming from all different walks of life, captured by various traffickers, and we just kind of... He's got agents out there that are collecting them up left, right, and center.
So it sounds like, I read this old ancient book found once. They're talking about like an underground railroad kind of thing. Whatever a railroad is. It's where they would...
Well, I guess underground does kind of line up a little bit. Because they do go underground for like 5 minutes. The point is, this can't leave this room. Because he's got an identity to maintain, and the only way that he's able to make this happen is if he is feared in the city, if everybody thinks that he is this draconic, ruthless overlord type. And so the less questions that happen, like I had a solid crew that just, they know we move boxes. Nobody ever tries to pry one open. It's like, that is off limits.
Yeah,
but if this gets out...
We weren't the ones trying to pry the box open. It was the guy that attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, we got him somewhere safe, all right.
Man, Lucky
He's not dead.
turning those crates into like actual living, like actual beings was like the worst possible outcome for these people.
Thankfully, he targeted some of the non-human crates.
Oh, okay.
There was also other cargo in the cargo hold. Like they still gotta run a ship.
I cast Create Mimic, and they're already full, and they won't eat anything because they already did.
Oops.
So I mean, she could keep going on, but the point trying to be made
I
is
threw an insight in there. Does she seem like she's being legit?
Hey, I did that too. You can't do what I did.
he did it a lot better though.
Brandon, can I roll an insight check?
Go for it.
I feel like I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Oh Lord.
My
Will,
insight
why?
is trash garbage.
I'm really good at that.
What do you mean,
Oh.
why?
So I like that when we get one person rolls a 1, rolls a 20, and it's like, she's totally telling the truth. She's a fucking liar.
Will, you are completely taken by her story. Like
I
you've got
100%.
you've got a
believe her.
tissue ready. Yeah, you 100% believe her. Lucky, you believe her for real.
For real.
No, there is like with that insight roll, there's a bit of panic in her voice because she is carrying a fear that like this is a secret that's going to get revealed, and then there is like an anxious energy that maybe you could only attribute to the fact that like you guys had one assumption about what was going on, and then she wasn't allowed to tell you the truth that is now coming out.
Which is what I was about to bring up. So I'm like, with the questions and the way we were acting earlier, and you were getting all on to us, and why didn't you just pull us off to the side and say, look, here's what's going on? You could tell we were trying to help. So why hide that from us and make you look like you're part of a smuggling ring that's actually trafficking people for bad?
Clout is everything in this business. I need to look bad to a lot of people.
And I can understand
I need
that.
to-
It's a cover, but with our actions and our words, couldn't you tell that could be like detrimental, or that you could find help with us? Let us in on it. Maybe we can do more for you.
Look, I've made some bad assumptions in the past, so I'm trying to not. I've been burned by assuming good in people. Okay.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'll be honest, I'm making a reach here right now. I need y'all to keep this completely. I'm so fucking stupid. I need you to keep this to yourselves, all right?
Yeah, I mean, I give my word on it. On a sausage, and I pull out a sausage.
Laskin, you do also you get a very like honest sense from the words here. So, look, just last word on this. I promise that everybody coming off this ship in those crates, they're going to be taken care of, right? We pulled them from a lot of bad places. He's going to make sure they get moved out to somewhere safe.
Yeah, if we can help with any of that ever.
I raise my hand again.
Do you have like an itch?
I'd lower Will's hand.
I raise my other hand.
Damn it.
No, I find it impolite to interrupt you while you're talking.
Well,
I mean, if you prefer me to interrupt you, I can do that.
you have the floor, Mr. William.
Thank you. All right, so thank you for clarifying that it is slavery, but it is reverse slavery. It is unslavering. Second, what about he's just one? He's just the head of one house, right? There's other houses. What happens to all their slaves?
You can't solve everything. I will say that none of the other houses have quite the reputation of punishment like his does.
So, like, what? They just cut off their heads instead of all the fanfare and the flames, or
No, they just freaking
Exile?
work there.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
They probably don't have as high a turnover rate as what she's getting at.
Oh, okay.
she points and nods at Flint.
Got it.
This guy might get people every month or so, and I assume these other people probably just, use them as regular old slaves. As much as that is a weird thing to just say.
Yeah, probably a welcome till they fall and they have to replace them.
I will also remind y'all that it didn't look like you were surrounded by people who were emaciated and on the verge of dying. They looked fairly normally healthy, which is why it didn't stand out to you quite so readily that there was a large fleet of people that were indentured.
So did the guy that tried breaking in and getting in that box, is that related in any way?
Related to
This whole thing with the slaves and stuff, or is that like a separate issue?
Look, we spent some time with him, and seems he had a sister that was taken. They were both out of Greyhawk. There was some kind of civil war going on over there, and there was some opportunistic capturing. I'm amazed at whatever network of information he managed to get through, but seemed to find out that we were part of a trafficking scheme. So that's a hole I gotta go patch up later, but poor soul was just looking for his sister, or looking to expose whatever happened to her.
Yeah, but what about those the drow that was with him? It seemed like something else.
He made mention of he went and got himself some kind of help. He just all he knew, he called them the Five, some kind of mercenary crew. I'm not really sure who they were, but when we explained what was going on, that's about as forthcoming as he could be. He didn't really know who they were either, just that they promised, whoever he worked through, they promised they'd help with his goal if he pulled the cord and called them in.
Wait a minute. So you're telling us that the drow that we fought and interrogated and then killed himself was actually trying to rescue slaves?
No, they were mercenaries.
Right,
I'm pretty sure
they were
that
hired.
whenever they killed whoever was, I'm pretty sure they were going to kill that poor son as well, and then just try and take the ship or whatever they could.
But they seemed interested in a box that had an object in it, not a person. He seemed pretty adamant about that.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure.
I don't, as the player, I don't remember what did we get because it was partly broken open and we could see what was in it. What was that?
So if I shortcut it a little bit, he had caught wind that slaves were being moved along this route. So then you had somebody who kind of found their way onto the ship as a hired hand, and then was trying to break open and kind of expose where these people were being held, and then had in his back pocket the ability to like summon reinforcements to.
Yeah, I know that. But but the box he was opening, I thought had an object in it, not a person.
No, because it's the boxes weren't holding. Well, the boxes were holding the caskets that had people.
Okay, because I was thinking there was something else that we could see, and he seemed real adamant about getting that object none. So that's what I was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's our disconnect. No, the box he was breaking open held the kind of 3-person structure that were just little caskets that also had some kind of enchanted gems on them, basically keeping them in suspended animation.
Okay.
Have we exposited enough? Is everybody up to speed?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so that guy was looking for his sister. Do you know, was his sister actually on board, or she already moved through the system?
I couldn't help him with that one. We don't. I try not to ask questions about the people specifically. I just know that they're being helped out. We're pulling them out of a system, so they come from all over. All over the many different planes, as far as I know. I don't really want to look in the boxes. I just want to make sure that they get somewhere safe. But we moved him through Prince Amin's house as well, after we sat down and had a long chat about our hiring practices.
So where do we go from here?
Well, the plan is to take y'all back to Thriftland Mercantile. You can exit the same way, and I believe the DM forgot the NPC's name, but the organizer of the Mercantile owes you all a information and a key to a portal.
Yeah.
Specifically into. You guys said where you were going, right?
What's the fucking
the dude in the place?
Yeah, you know that you're into a city, right?
Like, I would say like guts or
ribcage.
Ribcage, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe
I can tell how you're like, we're going to the. Yes.
The place with the thing. See the guy with the stuff.
So, yeah, they owe you as a reward for doing this job for them. They traffic in a lot of different, logistics, magic, and so they happen to have some information for you about where you can find a portal to Ribcage, as well as the key that you need to activate the portal.
Well, when we're done with some stuff we've already got going on, maybe we can come back and help with this some more. At least, if nobody else wants to, I will. Seems like a noble cause.
Is anybody else commenting, responding, chiming in on that?
Because I would have, when I said if anybody else wants to, I would have turned and looked at everybody.
Right.
What'd you say?
Basically, like when we're done with our stuff, if everybody wants to, or if they don't, I'll do it myself. Come back and help with their operation. They need guards to help smuggle people to get them free. I was just offering that when we're done with what we're doing, that maybe we can be.
Maybe if we have free time, we've got lots of things that need to be done.
I will agree with you, Lucky. If there's anything that can be done when time permits, when we're done with our current assignment / quest, I would like to offer whatever assistance I can.
Same here. I would definitely be on board for helping people out.
Okay. If Lucky, roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you've got other people chiming in. She's gonna listen to the commentary and then walk over behind her desk and unlock a drawer that's kind of lower down and pull out 2 small stones and stand up and walk back over to you and put one in your hand.
Walkie-talkie rocks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know how these work, but listen.
Rocky talkie.
Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
You use, no, she only handed him one. Whenever y'all are finished with all your other work, if you're true to that word you were just giving me, call me on this and we can do some business.
And the same as it goes the opposite way. If something comes up that's an emergency, that's like a dire need, you let us know.
Fair's fair. She'll go put the other one back in the desk. All right. It's amazing that my desk fit inside this 10-foot radius dome, but
Good thing he drew the circle around the desk, I suppose.
yeah. Location. All right. Well, let's get our ship underway. Get you guys back to the end of the job you were given. Sound good?
That sounds good.
What's Captain Who? What's her name?
Bast. B-A-S-T.
Like the Egyptian goddess of cats.
I remember you pointing that out when you first met her, too.
Yep, I used to have a cat named Bast.
Aww. All right. Were there any other questions there, or are we good to let him drop the spell and let everyone go about their business?
I think we're good.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
Sounds good. Hey, Gumbo.
Yeah.
I reach into my pouch, one of my pouches, and I pull out a new deck of cards. Look what I got. Now we can play cards again.
Oh, you got lunch. Great.
No, these are for playing, not for eating.
I'm joking.
Wait, hang on. Are you admitting that you ate my previous cards?
I disappear.
Wait, where'd you go?
Cloud of smoke.
I was picturing me and Gumbo looking at each other and giggling. You know, if well, they're not edible if you take like a spread. They're not too bad.
These are for playing card games, not for eating.
Dip it in cheese. It's pretty good.
Ooh. What about a sausage dipped in cheese?
I do that all the time.
That's old hat
And
now.
somewhere you don't know where I come up with the cheese. I'm dipping one of my pocket sausages in cheese and eating.
Nice.
That's concerning.
Hey, can I borrow that? I point at your cheese.
Yeah. You want sausage too?
Actually, I've got something better. And I pull out an apple. And I dip it in the cheese.
I just kind of look at you, Flint, with that WTF look. From a guy that'll eat anything.
I shake my head.
This is actually pretty good. I'm biting into the apple and I'm chewing on it. I got apple and cheese.
Now, I've heard of apple and caramel, but not cheese.
Ooh, do you have any caramel?
There's probably some in the galley. I could make some. It's just basically burnt sugar.
What about peanut butter? Now that's the best.
Want a little bit of both?
You heard him. He said peanut butter was the best, not apples. I'm writing this down.
As a dipping implement, I should clarify. I'll go to the galley and look for peanut butter. Oh well, Brandon's not back yet, so guess it doesn't matter.
So then we can go to the galley while Brandon's AFK.
You know what? He's not here. We go to the galley and we find peanut butter. Damn it!
And I start making.
Why wouldn't
caramel.
we have peanut butter?
Oh, I like when I'm going through my character sheet and find things I didn't realize I had because we got it last level, or this level. I never used it. Check that out. I can pick one of those to use each day.
Well, that's cool. Oh man, I got so much mini fruit still on me. I've got 15 pieces of mini fruit.
Excuse me.
So we're probably going
I
back.
am back.
Hey, Brandon, how long does a mini fruit stay good?
You don't know.
I've got 15 pieces still in my inventory. Can I smell them?
I let you collect that many. Oh dear. Well, so the question I would posit to you as someone who has only recently acquired them in the game is, how do you know if it's gone bad?
Usually by feel and or taste or smell.
All right, let's start with feel. How do they feel?
They have not gone squishy yet.
Okay.
They are still relatively firm to the touch, like a slightly underripe mango.
Okay. Give it a little sniff.
Roll me a con save. No, not much smell coming off of it, actually. They were not pungent fruit when you first found them either.
Okay. Now here's the real question. If I give it a lick, would that activate it? Probably not, right? I lick one.
Unless it's like, what was it, durian? That fruit that smells like rotten flesh?
Right. So licking the outside is not a pleasurable experience. It's kind of like a kiwi. It's just, it's hairy and tasteless.
I don't remember. What was the thing that happened last time I ate one of these? Wasn't it something really good?
You rolled on a table.
I thought something good happened. I think I've only had good experiences with this fruit so far.
I don't honestly recall what you ended up rolling on that table. I think you used it to your advantage.
Yeah, I think it's something that was beneficial, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, so I'm just debating in my mind, would Will be willing to eat, no pun intended, willing, to eat another piece because he had a good experience last time.
Oh, there's the table. Oh, I forgot some of the things that were on this. Yeah, there was definitely a possibility that
somebody did a
No,
honor or something on them, right?
you don't remember the last time you ate.
Oh yeah,
this
because
fruit.
it wiped his memory.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was like, it wiped my memory by like a couple of hours, right?
I thought it was like 2 weeks.
No, it wasn't a long time. I remember it not being a long time. I do remember it being because I remembered
Based on the dice stats, it couldn't be 2 weeks.
I remembered meeting Gumbo and Wivosh and everybody when we first arrived. So it was not by that long. It wasn't even. I don't think it was even by more than a day. It might have been exactly 24 hours.
It's a set dice roll number of hours, not days.
You know what?
But you don't remember.
Hey, Lucky, what's the? I pull it. In that case, I don't remember what it is. Lucky, what's this? I have these sitting in my bag. I pull out.
Do I know what they
Like-
are?
Like I was just investigating. I sniffed one. I licked one. I was feeling it, and I don't know what it is. I turn around and I show it to you.
Do I? Because it's been too long since that happened. Do I know where he got them or that he actually had them?
Yes, you guys were all there. I think somebody else tried one, and there was like, it was like levitation or flying or something.
That had to be me because it's food.
Yeah.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is Lucky also had a good experience.
Yeah, remember when we got these that and I go through the story when we got them or he got them.
Wait, that's weird. I don't remember that. Wait, it made you fly?
Yeah, don't you remember?
I don't. Why don't I remember? That's very strange. Maybe I flew too, but then I hit my head.
This is like the longest PSA against drugs ever.
Another thing too, while you were gone, I was looking through my character sheet because I guess when we hit level 10, one of my abilities that came up I've never used. I've linked it there. That at 10th level, I can pick one of 4 things to use until I rest again. So when I couldn't read those runes, I went ahead and enacted the Greater Comprehension.
Do you just, is this like your portent dice? You just pick one of these in the morning?
It's a class specific, a diviner thing that I can either go Dark Vision, Ethereal Sight, Greater Comprehension, or See Invisible until I rest or go unconscious.
Okay, because it says duration blank, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because that's which lasts until you are incapacitated or you take a short or long rest. Can't be used again until you finish a rest.
Gotcha.
So, what did that say on those stoves?
Oh, it was kind of boilerplate, primordial of, so literally it said someone else's property in primordial.
Nice.
But it's kind of, that's been taken colloquially in the city to be like, on an errand from someone else, or do not touch.
Cool.
Okay, so I heard some mention of people running around the ship, or because I had the headphones on, I just was
we just
nowhere
went to the
near
galley to get peanut butter and make caramel for his apples.
Oh, right. I was surprised that you hadn't heard of apples and cheese. Like, do you ever do fondue?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't like cheese except on pizza.
Oh my God. Well, I'm just gonna keep that opinion to myself then. Okay, so let me close the tables. I had all this extra stuff open because you guys had questions. You're able to ride through the galley and then find whatever snacks you wanted to put together with apples and stuff. Will, are you consuming any other weird fruits?
I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to turn this entire night into Will fucked something up again.
Isn't that every? No, I'm kidding.
There's
Okay.
there's a 5% chance I eat the mini fruit. How about that? Nope. No mini fruit.
Yeah, you're able to find whatever snacks you need in the galley. Unless there was anything else anybody wanted to do in town, go back for, you were able to cast off and head back towards Breeze Home and the Thriftwood Mercantile Dock.
Yeah, I'm good with not going back into the city.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let me find where I... Nope, I don't need that anymore. What's the thing I was looking at earlier? Just trying to look up a table. Don't need those. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Scattered here. Take those off. That off. Okay. So the first, you're looking at about a 3-day trip back. So who wants to try and man watch to help the ship on its way back for day 1?
I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured we could do standard watches.
Fair enough. Flint, are you doing this solo? Are you taking a second?
I'll ask Gumbo to help me.
I'll take
All right,
last
you
watch.
guys-
That way I can basically be studying for my spells for the day.
Okay.
Wake up.
So Flint and Gumbo, go ahead and roll me a. Will we do survival on the way out? Yeah, let's go ahead with survival. You can either do them individually or somebody can roll with advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
Are you sure you want to give me advantage?
I have plus nothing.
Hey, same.
We're in this together.
What's up?
Oh, I thought that was 2 19s. Yeah, okay. Your watch goes without event. Nice, smooth day sailing through the clouds. I'm just gonna, for the purposes of expediency, I'm gonna say that, like, while you guys do 8-hour watches so everybody else can get rest, let's just do like one more check for day 1. So who else wants to be on that?
Now, go ahead.
I'll join Lucky.
Okay, same deal. However you guys want to split that up.
I'll give it to Will.
So that's an advantage, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah, very well, or a very good roll. Also, not really much to worry about. Yeah, the ship is traveling lighter because it's not full of cargo. You watch all the different folks in the crew milling about, doing their work. Let's see, with that, rolled really high. One thing you will take note of is that you haven't seen the cook at all since you guys left. Gilly, the dude with the fun Doc Ock arms.
Blaskin got rid of him.
What? I couldn't hear you at all, Garrett.
I said you got rid of him.
Is he really quiet for anyone else all of a sudden?
no, I can.
He's
hear
about
you.
as quiet as you are.
He said you got rid of him.
Hold on, I have to change my volume settings, I guess.
Is everybody quiet for you?
No.
Weird.
I had Garrett on 200%, and everyone else is fine.
Did I turn him? I don't think so.
You said I got rid of him?
Yes.
He was.
Because he's the cook.
Oh.
Ah, I get it now.
There can be only one. It's Highlander, but for cooks.
I did not get rid of him. I didn't know. I don't know where he's at.
Okay.
But are we like skipping ahead right now? Are we making the check for this entire day?
Yeah, there was. So one pair already did like the first check, and then Will and Lucky did the second check.
Can I change a prepared spell?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna lose. Call
So
lightning.
is this going to be a new day?
Yes, you guys are rolling over on today too.
I'm gonna lose call lightning and take moonbeam, and then I'm gonna go
Okay.
back down to that storage closet and moonbeam it
When?
when no one else is there.
And so it's known I've got another dog that needs to go outside now. I will be right back. I'm not here.
Okay, got it. You're not there. Well, this is fun. So, Laskin, you head down to the pantry that you had previously infested, and you go to open the door. Actually, before you open the door, you open the door. Roll me initiative.
Oh no. Six.
Oh, that's a good one. I should. Okay, so you reach your hand out and you pull you turn the knob on the pantry door and you start to open it, and as it comes out, one mechanical limb like breaks through the crack. As the door is opening, it breaks down through the latch, and another one swings towards you. So give me a dex save. Okay, that's going to be 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And yeah, we are. Hold on, let me change this up here.
Oh, whoops.
The rest of the door splinters and like kind of shatters away as this kind of black globulous monstrosity starts to slough its way through the doorway toward you in the hall. What you can take in is it's like a bunch of different sticky tendrils or limbs that are still holding onto the walls, and then there's kind of a central mass that has two, like, what's the word I'm continuing to forget? Two like black mold covered mechanical limbs that are kind of arching over the top, and just like the barest vestiges of a face in the center.
So it's been
I guess.
barely a day, right?
Yep.
And it didn't get out of the lantern this whole time.
Maybe it's sentient.
No, because so in the previous session, when you were doing whatever you were going to do to the ship, you scraped some onto the wall, and then you cast plant growth into it, right?
Yeah, but I also
And it immediately kind of
pantry
spread.
Because this is the first I heard it's a pantry.
Well,
That's
okay,
food.
like utility closet. No, okay, there wasn't any food stored in there. Let's just say it was like it was an
Okay.
empty closet.
Hey, I'm back. Also, thanks for the raid Saturday.
Oh, what's up, internet? I am not keeping any attention on Twitch right now. So all you missed is that Blaskin went and found our monster closet.
And it ate the cook.
It seems like it. I'm kind of like, wow, that was really fast. The whole reason I prepared Moonbeam is because it doesn't target like objects, so I was just gonna burn it out, but I guess I can't do that. That was my whole plan when I first did that in the first place. I had
We'll
a
take
plan
care
to
of
get
these
rid of it.
slavers with this mold. Oh shit, they're helping people.
I mean, you can say it like that, but is that not literally what happened? Is
Yeah.
that not literally what any of us were trying to do?
I liked your idea, so I thought I'd roll with it.
I just feel like this was a lot for like a 20-hour period. Also, how did he get completely engulfed by it? That's weird.
Well, let's see.
Can I
Sure
cast light on it without hurting him?
How do I want to? Let's see. I'm gonna give you a chance to roll to kind of perceive what's going on there. So you can either make this nature, arcana, medicine. Like you're trying to ascertain if there's something about it that's it versus him.
Okay. Uh, 15.
You don't get the sense that there's a lot of him left, like personality-wise.
Man, I don't even know how Blaskin's gonna be able to get around this. Like, he's gonna torture himself for years.
Here, let me make sure that I'm adding this the right way. I want to drag the shield to the combat tracker, right? Of the NPC. Let me try that. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Still doing so. Okay, that worked. Except that's not the
So, did I just got back. Did I just hear Blaskin accidentally created the flood?
Well, now I feel derivative, but I guess so. Okay, that's your roll. Is okay. It made that. Oh, okay. So you took 7, so that's 13. Sorry, guys. Too many windows open as usual. So it made 1 slashing attack at you, which means you're the only other person in range right now. So I guess you have a regular combat round.
Well,
To do whatever.
I did not expect to be. I kind of want to revive this guy and ask him how this happened, because this feels weird. Like, if he opened it up and pulled him in, maybe, but then it had a 20-hour period where it had to pull somebody in. Is he still a humanoid?
No, so what you've got is the black mold slime thing filling up the space with vestiges of his like face still left in the surface. but it's not like it's not like a gnome standing there that's just got a black like mold texture on him. It's more like a amorphous slime structure that's kind of stuck to the walls and then has some extra appendages that are flailing about right now.
I guess I'm probably gonna cast Blight on it.
Blight on the blight.
Okay, go for it.
I don't have. I can't target it personally because I don't have a thing to do it with. Do you want me to just roll?
It's in the combat tracker.
Oh, first control click didn't work. Maybe because I was gonna do program, so I'm gonna go. Okay. It still takes 32 damage.
Wait, do you roll for damage or?
Not if it's a plant creature and I'm using Blight. Blight does max damage automatically against plant-based creatures.
That's a good point. That's a fun. I didn't think about that categorization, but
You let me cast plant growth on it. You can't tell me I can't blight it.
no. That's a good point. I just hadn't even thought about the fact that it was that type. Okay. So that's, you said max damage, so 32?
Yeah, because I made the save.
Right, just write it into it. Okay. Is that, so that's your action, right? You still got bonus and movement, if there's anything else you want to do?
I guess I'll back away.
You've got, I mean, you're in basically a 5-foot hallway. So either you can go back down like the hallway where you came from, or... Yeah, I guess that's your only kind of direction of exit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I guess it's going to take an attack of opportunity if you're leaving.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with a tentacle attack. So where are you? So it's him. Target you. Why did that not target you? Does a 28 hit?
No.
Ah, damn.
I got that 29 AC.
Oh, I see. Wait, no. That should have still been 2 hit. I misencoded the text on its attack. Sorry. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Hold on, I'll figure that out in a second here.
I've had that happen a time or two. It does suck.
Yeah, it's I've got the hit value in the text, but not like the dice roll parentheses. So now I'm having to do math in my head, like, well, what is that? That's 2D what? 3D what? Okay. Okay. Lock. Is that gonna work? Oh, nope. I forgot to say what type of damage. Freaking. Don't copy and paste, kids. It's a bad idea. Now, does it recognize that? Yay! Okay. So you're still supposedly targeted. Let's see if it actually does the damage.
No, I'm invincible. I told you you missed.
That's really weird because
You may have to just
I
drag
show-
the damage and drag it to his combat tracker.
Wait, I can't even drag the. Okay, there we go. Okay.
The combat
and
tracker
then-
doesn't show it has anybody targeted.
Is it showing him now?
No, but
Because I see it toggling on and off.
Okay, well, it may be for enemies. It may just be you that sees it. I can't remember.
Well, oh, is it because we're not on the same map? Because it still shows Blaskin. Like I double clicked him, and it's still like in the alley map. I don't know what's going on here.
You would have to click Blaskin from the combat tracker, not the map he's on.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. And that should matter. Does it show that your NPC has him targeted?
Yeah, when I
Then
so
it
if I
should.
control.
Out of
Okay,
curiosity,
so it shows
drag
me targeted.
drag that to the alley map, your enemy, just to see if that changes anything.
Oh shoot! I think I gotta double click. How did I open the alley map?
Either that, or you say you have to do the drag and drop to the combat
okay.
tracker.
So so let's see if I go back to the alley map and then drag this thing in, and then I target here. Do you see him targeted in the combat tracker now? Because I do.
No, that I think is a GM side only, so I can see
Oh,
what we have
well.
targeted, but I don't think we can see enemy. I couldn't remember for sure or not.
Oh man.
Just roll an attack, see if it registers. You don't have to do the damage.
Okay.
Just see if the attack registers. Yep.
Okay, now it's working. Well, whatever. You know what? Dice on the table don't have this problem. Okay, so the attack of opportunity that hits. I need you to make a.
If you have the save
So-
on the creature, you can auto throw.
It's written, but it's not written in a way that is clickable. Make me an athletics or acrobatics check. That tentacle attack has you grappled, so
Okay.
it just kind of it sticks onto you, and like it's very adhesive. So that was action, movement. You've still got bonus if you wanted to do anything with it.
I don't think I really have anything I can. Well, I guess I can change. I guess I can shape change, but I don't really want to do that yet.
Okay.
So it's its turn.
Okay. On its turn, let me switch. So after the blight, the one pseudopod is still stuck to you, but it's going to kind of start. It's basically going to burst through the ceiling, kind of in response as that finally hits home. And so we can use. It's still got some blood on it, but we can use the ship map. So let me. That there. you would be dragged along, and I guess right next to it, coming up out of the destruction there, bits of rotted wood and other consumed bits. Not knowing any of this is happening, by the way, where would the rest of you like to be? Below decks, above deck?
Probably in the crow's nest, if I'm being honest.
Is this during which watch, or is this the next day, or?
This was towards the... So Blaskin said he was going down there when he thought nobody else would be around. So I'm going to say this was like the middle of the night.
And I'm sleeping.
Aren't you on watch?
I have last watch.
Oh.
Yeah, this would be happening during the... Because we split that into just two. So there was like the day watch and the night watch, basically.
So my idea was to get down here as soon as Moonbeam was ready.
However you guys want to play that out, I'm not going to be a stickler for, well, I needed to sleep 7 hours, so... So, Will, you said you were up in the crow's nest. That's fine. Lucky, you're in bed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the map just so you can see it.
Okay. Do we have... see where that's at.
I think, what was it, Control or Alt scroll? I think we said it was 40 feet up. And ignore the fact that the fungus looks like a kraken. How about, where's the rest of our crew here? Flint, where you at?
Did you put me like just off the boat?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody
Just
needs
so
to
you
wash
could-
the deck and the sky. We still have blood from the previous combat.
I know. I was trying to figure out earlier how to delete
There
those.
should be a button at the top in the menus to clear blood, or let's see.
Eraser mode?
No, it's. I think it's
Clear death
use.
markers. Ah.
There you go.
Wow, look at that. Okay, we'll get back to Flint. How about Wavash? Where are you at these days?
Well, I'm apparently still on a in an alleyway. At least that's where my token is. But,
yeah, that's
I think Wavash is still trying to break in the new armor, so he's found a, like a clear spot on deck to kind of like go through the motions.
okay.
Like he's kind of just testing like the range of motion he has on his strike, in this new armor.
Cool. So it's got you. Gumbo, any thoughts on where you might have been? What you were up to?
Was this first watch?
This is happening during second watch.
Okay. Would be asleep then.
Okay, so we're going to say you're also below decks, off here in the clouds. That's Flint. What about you?
Same.
Okay.
Along first watch of Razzle Dazzle.
Uh-huh. Then what would that be? Yeah. So with the splintering of wood and I don't know, a bit of a Wilhelm scream from Blaskin. Not sure if that's in character frame or not. Flint, you don't notice.
Well,
And
it could be on a normal circumstance. Well, Blaskin came at this point. Blaskin's ready to die for it because he killed somebody, and he if he has to die to get rid of this thing, that's what's going to happen.
Let's see. Lucky, that's not super high. I think DC was only 10. So, Lucky, you're awoken or roused from whatever you're focused on by the sound of some combat chaos happening down the hallway. And Gumbo, where is your roll? Oh, yeah, Gumbo, you definitely heard it. That roused you from sleep immediately. Flint. Nope, you're asleep. That being the case, everybody go ahead and roll initiative just so I've got all of that figured out.
Rough.
I mean, you are asleep.
Oh, I don't.
You're like, this is really nice armor.
This is really nice armor. Wow, I'm so glad that Blaskin told me that I had a lot of money.
You're just
Man,
up
where
there, like,
is Blaskin right now? I haven't seen him in a minute.
He was on a merchant ship for several years. He does know what money is.
Will, hit me with
Probably.
an initiative roll.
It's not really a facet of his character that comes up, but Blaskin's probably pretty money savvy.
Nice. You are up in the crow's nest, correct, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This actually, so here, let me set the round back to. It's your go. You are first into the melee, or range, I guess.
Right. So you said I see this. I see this thing from up here.
Kind of, it breaks through the deck, and some of the wood that goes like flying away is like immediately kind of rotting and shriveling. But then it's how do I describe it? It's like an octopus without a head. It's just this big like wiggling morass of black moldy gel with kind of, I guess there's kind of a central body to it, but it's like just like slurping around with different tentacles. And you do see Blaskin's kind of attached to one of them as he's pulled up through the deck behind it.
Okay, so what? He's attached to a tentacle or to the main body?
To a tentacle.
Does he look restrained, or is he like wiggling and fighting back?
He is not currently restrained. He's just grappled by the tentacle.
Okay. Okay. Then I will. I guess I'll run down the side of the side of this.
The mast.
Mast. Yeah. Thank you. I was gonna say pole, and I'm like, that's not right.
Will's pole dancing.
So I can get down so that I'm 10 feet above. Would the tentacle that is grappling Blaskin be within reach if I wanted to reach out and try and cut him free?
The size of the creature is definitely within range if you are 10 feet above it on the deck.
Okay. Can I aim for that tentacle that's holding Blaskin? If I specifically want to shoot Blaskin.
You can certainly give it a shot.
All right. Roll a normal attack, or should I take any sort of lot penalty or disadvantage for trying to hit that specifically?
Let me make sure that it's got the stats that it needs for you to calculate that.
Oops. Shit.
Okay, you're aiming for a specific limb. So you can make an attack roll, take a -2 penalty.
And I will be using my bonus action to turn it into Primal Sun.
Okay, good to point out.
Here's the first swing.
Miss.
All right, here is my second attack, also -2. Wow, even worse.
Oh my god.
And here's my offhand attack. Hey!
That hits. We're all three going for the. Oh yeah, you did a -2 on that one too.
Yep.
Okay. Go
All
ahead and
three
roll
were aiming.
damage. Go ahead and roll damage for that last attack.
Oh, come on. It was almost a 6.
Okay. So the damage lands not as much as you want it to like cut through. It kind of like it's a bit rubber bandy, so you don't get like a clean slice straight through. It actually has a lot of resistance like once you hit. Still holding on to him.
Okay. I've done something, just not enough.
Yep. So that was movement action bonus. Okay, Lucky. You have been roused by the sound happening outside your room.
Right, you jump up kind of groggy, wiping my eyes, stumbling to the door, opening it up carefully and looking out. Do I see anything there, or just hear noise?
Yeah, you come out from further. Your room is further down the hallway, I guess, on this map to the south of where he busted up through the surface. So you can see like the location where everything went down, and then the gap in the ceiling, as well as bits of the monster there.
Okay, I'm gonna go my 25 foot down the hallway. And I stop since this is a new day, and I'll spend my first level spell to cast Mage Armor.
Okay, so you have two options as far as movement. You can either run towards what's happening down the hall, or since you can also tell that it's up on deck, you could spend the same movement to get up onto
I would go up.
the same
if I
level.
can tell that it's going a fight on deck as well, go that way for more room.
Okay, that would put you here, like you'd be coming out there. Your movement could get you there.
Okay, and then I'll cast Mage Armor.
Okay. All right. I'm missing something. 1 second. Categorize. There it is. Okay, yeah. Except. Okay. Just so I've got something available. That's all I need for now. So the fungal sprawl is going to take. I'm kludging a couple different monster types together, so I'm still kind of. This is new territory. Okay, I'm gonna need a. Is that right? Yes. I'm gonna need another dex save from you, Blaskin, as it tries to pull you in and consume you. Okay. You manage to kind of twist out of the way. It's still kind of stuck on you. You haven't broken the grapple, but you do not end up getting consumed into the central mass. So that was one attack. With another tentacle, it's going to attack you, Will. Let's make sure. Oh, I've got the wrong person targeted or selected. Okay, so there we go. Not targeting Blaskin, targeting Will. We're going to go for a tentacle attack. Oh, that is a miss. And it's got... No, it spent 2 trying to do the consume, so I think that's all of its multi-attack. Actually, since... since you managed to evade the consume, it's going to use a fling attack with you, Blaskin. So, hold on. See how that's written. Okay. Held by the throne up to 40 feet. Okay. So, Will, make me a dex save. As suddenly a Blaskin comes flying towards you.
Oh boy.
Okay, you managed to completely dodge the flying construct. Blaskin, you do end up colliding with the mast, so that's going to be not a lot. 1d6, which is still a 6. Okay, so 6 bludgeoning damage as you become one with the mast there for a second. But you are no longer grappled, and we'll say like you kind of then slide down to the ground right there. That was the full multi-attack. It's still kind of adhered to the spot it's currently made its way onto the deck from. So that means, Gumbo, you have also roused in your room. So similar logistical options that Lucky had, depending on what you want to do.
Can you place me approximately where the barracks would be on the ship?
So your room was kind of like here-ish, and then down the hall is the closet that the monster sprung out of and then burst its way onto the main deck.
I'm gonna turn on my X-ray vision. Take a look around.
Is that a deep gnome thing?
Well, that's just a me thing.
Oh, it's a warlock thing.
X-ray vision showing you
see through walls and objects as if they were transparent.
So you don't even have to leave your room. You could just
I'm just taking. I'm still in bed. I'm taking a look around.
Yep, you've got full Deus Ex 3D vision of everything moving around. You even notice that there's some small vermin that are on the deck below you.
But I do see the big tentacle monster. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think that warrants getting out of bed. I'm gonna go ahead, turn this off, and start heading out.
Okay. So, yeah, you've got. What's your movement?
25.
25? Yeah. So you got the same basic distance that Lucky was able to make. Like, if you want to head up onto the deck, the same way he did, you end up roughly where he is right now. If you want to take any other routes, that is also up to you.
Doesn't matter to me. I burned my action on the X-ray vision. So not a whole lot of options.
You should take a detour through the kitchen, get some
I
breakfast.
I think it takes an action. I'd have to double check, but I'm going to say yes for now.
Okay. I'll say you are just at the doorway up onto the deck.
Okay.
Okay. We also get one of the. They're still called Master Thieves because that's just, I guess, some of the work hands. But we get one additional ship hand coming out from a different doorway. That was their movement. They were actually further below deck, so I'm going to say that actually took movement and action to get like here. And then they're going to use their bonus action to wish they brought the brown pants because they don't know exactly what they're looking at. Blaskin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna 5th level blight.
Woof. All right, bring it.
That is 72 damage.
Damn. Let me see if I can do math here. Okay, so you see like all of the.
I
don't know.
It's got a tentacle wrapped into me. I grab the tentacle that's wrapped around me. I sink my fingers into it, and you just watch the black energy pulse through the body. I inject it directly into the mass.
Fair enough. I was going to point out that you were thrown away from it, but I like that visual better.
Oh, I thought I hit the mask in the tentacle still.
No, so it threw you at will. It missed. But you were
Oh.
technically flung by this thing. I guess a good visual description, like, I don't know how many people have played Prey, but like the weird, like, black shambling tentacly things. I don't know if that helps. So yeah, so this thing is already like a very intensely, like almost Vanta black color. I imagine the blight almost looks brighter in comparison. But you can just watch like all of the weird kind of popcorn-ish texture of skin, all of these little like bubbling pustules and things just completely deflate along the limb that you reach out and touch. And the whole thing kind of shudders and shrinks just a little bit. Was that so that was your action? Anything else?
Yeah. No.
Okay, Wavash. You have finally looked up from your shiny armor.
Oh! Oh, hell! Wavash is going to take a running leap from off of this part of the ship.
Like peace? Oh, okay, I see. Okay,
We're
10 feet
just
that way. I thought he was like, I'm out of here.
And that carries me all the way forward.
Okay.
And we're gonna smack him.
All right, smacking. That's a hit. For some somewhat resisted damage.
And then we'll take the second attack. Oh, this thing does not have high AC.
There's a lot of it. It's kind of everywhere, so it's hard to miss.
Bonus action offhand.
Guys, I don't want to call it out, but I think he just hit all 3 attacks in one turn.
He's been hitting his attacks more consistently for the last 6 months. He loves to play the victim card like he's still missing all the time. He'll miss one. He did it last session. He hit 2 attacks out of 3, and he's like, "Look, I missed. Haha, funny."
Wavash will disengage from the monster and let it have Blaskin.
It's too late. It's 1 blight away. I got you.
All right, Flint.
Yes.
Am I awake?
I'm gonna say. So, I mean, we're just getting to you now in combat order, but I think that initiative in itself kind of spoke for the fact that you weren't immediately like roused out of sleep. So, I'm gonna say like you have to spend half your movement getting up, and getting into things, but you can still do whatever else you want this round. So I think based on where y'all were bunking, kind of like in this quarter of the ship downstairs, if you're taking a longer time to get up, you would need to burn like an action to dash or something else to be able to get up into the space with everyone.
Yeah, I can do that. I will.
Okay, so movement and dash, I think, would get you right in line with Lucky. I really like how you guys are grouped in this tiny cluster here. Not that I can do anything with that, but
quit shoving.
so that would movement and action. You also have a bonus.
I'll charge my hammer.
Like via USB?
Yes.
Got it.
You
Okay.
have a lot of hammers with USB.
I hadn't read
Just to plug it into a my charger.
the chat tracker. All right. Do you want to do anything with your familiar, Lucky?
No, he's going to stay away from that thing.
Okay. All right, coming around on the top, we've got one other ship hand that's going to pop out over here and actually get them on the grid correctly. And they're going to take a short bow attack at this thing. Oh, yep, that's a hit. Partially resisted. Okay. That's all they've got. We're back to Will.
Hello. Well, you know what? When it doesn't work the first time, try again. And, cast. Hunter's Mark on it this time. Hey, that's one.
That. Dang.
Here's a second hit. Here is offhand.
Do you get that D6 every time?
What is it? Oh, is that from my is that extra D6 the one from my Hunter's Mark?
Right. Is that the entire round? Or just the first attack of the round?
Any hit that he does.
I think it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's any hit that I do.
Okay.
Yeah, any of his attacks. So once he gets higher level, like he is and has multiple attacks, each one.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
I was looking to see if I could find the actual exact wording of it, but
okay.
I'll do that later. Ah, it's a critical one.
I mean, after those first two.
Yep. And last but not least, I do have to apply my Colossus Slayer damage,
which is just 1d. Oh no, wait.
That one I think should only be the D8. I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna give it back 2 hit points, and you read the details and let me know if that's supposed to apply.
Yeah, that sounds good. That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to do a consuming limb attack at the thief that just popped out at the top. So let's see if we can hit.
Doesn't it says specifically whenever I hit with a melee attack, which the damage from Colossus Slayer is just the 1d8. That's just damage. That's not an extra attack.
Oh, right. Yeah, that d8 should be added to your first attack that hits if it's already been damaged, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if there's a way that I can maybe way I can take this.
So,
You trigger attacks.
charging weapon. Yes. Okay. That hits. It's going to make. It's a plus.
But I can code it as an effect. I just have to trigger it every turn.
Okay, so that's going to be a failed dex save on this. So you watch as a kind of larger pseudopod shoots out from the black mass. It envelops the deckhand to the north and just pulls it like whole system into itself. And let's see, how many hit points did the thief have? Okay, so it's going to regain, let's see, 69, 60. $85. Okay, so Master Thief 7 is now the body kind of bubbles and roils and sprouts one more tentacle. So now we're back to Lucky. Your turn.
Let's see. It's looking pretty rough.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Da,
Can't do that. Your sister's not here.
Oh, jeez.
You can pretend.
I think. See, that's touch. It's 30 foot. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe and go with the fireball.
Okay.
Have a crappy roll. But that's then I'm going to get out of the way from the people rushing up.
Fair enough. All right, monster's turn again. So we've got. I'll put notes in a sheet that don't immediately show up on the combat tracker. It was. Okay, it's going to now make a multi-attack with an additional tentacle. It now can do 4 total. So let's see, we got 3 targets in range here. Okay, so 2 against Wavash, 1 against Blaskin, and 1 against Will. So first we got Will. It's going to be an attack. Or it's going to be hit. Why is the damage not showing up in the... Wait a minute. I thought I wrote this in. Why did it not get saved? Okay, it was... see if it comes back. No, it's not showing damage, even though it's in. Well, whatever. I'll just use it from the actual character sheet. Okay. Still targeting you, so that was a hit. So this damage. Ooh, snap. That also breaks your Hunter's Mark concentration. 1 to Blaskin. So on target. Here's a 10 attack. For 17. And then 2 at Wash. On target blasting. There's 1. It's a hit. Another. Also hit. So we got 11 and 12. Just kind of limbs flailing around, pummeling everything in the area. It's not going to really try and move. And it's good with... It already did a legendary action, so... Gumbo.
I'm going to cast Hold Monster.
It's going to spend a legendary resistance to succeed.
Okay.
It only had 1, but...
I'll get you next round.
Alright. This guy's rethinking his choice of occupation, given that he just saw his coworker completely consumed in 6 seconds. But is going to go ahead and at least take a shot at this thing because he's still got some range. So, attack. And a miss. Yeah, not feeling very excited. He'll actually... You see him go back and, like, run downstairs. Not quite sure what the plan is there. Blaskin, that brings us to you.
You're not going to believe this, but I'm probably going to go for the spell that's guaranteed huge damage. And I'm going to blight him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do a 5th level on this one too.
Okay.
Plus 36 damage.
36. Okay, that's... There we go. Anything else?
Nope.
Fair enough. Wavash, back to you.
Alright, well, second verse same as the first. Here we go. Ah.
Oof.
Disappointed.
It's a weird kind of... It doesn't have a normal body, so hitting this thing is just not in your
Could we
wheelhouse.
not?
Do you
Guys?
have lightning breath?
Could we actually not?
This is the lightning breath moment.
Well, unfortunately, I've already used my action this turn, so we're just gonna bonus action offhand.
Okay. I mean, the hits are coming in. They're just kind of...
Hey, there we go. We rolled above 1 on damage. I always liked you better, Battle Axe. You were always my favorite child. Morningstar's gonna be sleeping in the doghouse after this.
Any movement?
No.
Okay. Oops, accidentally skipped Flit because you pressed the button instead of me. Flit, you're up.
Ski.
Ooh, right up into... Okay.
Now I'm gonna hit it with the hammer.
The one you charged?
Yep.
That would be the right
Emotionally.
one. All right, let's see it. Oh. Okay, that's a hit.
I used this last turn. Ugh. The effect is on me.
Yes. I think yes. That's a lot of different dice colors. So that was a smite with another smite
Yes, sir.
with a regular attack.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thunderous smite, any effects there?
Yes, sir. If I'm targeting it and I throw this save,
That is a failed save.
he is going to go prone and flying.
Okay, that's two different directions.
Well, isn't it kind of up through multiple decks?
So it moved itself onto the primary deck, but there is going to be a bit of an issue here where it's... I don't think that's going to affect it because it's adhered to so many surfaces.
How much give
And
does
it's a
this
little bit
thing's neck
elastic.
have? Or what is allegedly its neck, its bendiest part?
That's a good question. It's all bendy.
Well, then some of it is going flying.
We're fighting a Jello, sir.
Yeah, Jello can go flying. I'm
But
gonna,
it has no neck.
doesn't need neck. It needs bendy parts.
So
That is what I
gonna
said.
say, in this particular case, that effect of your spell that effect of your smite doesn't really apply here, but all of the damage still applied. So it kind of has like an almost cartoon-esque whiplash effect from the thunderous blow.
It's made of rubber hose animation.
Fair enough. That's all I got.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I have a bonus action still.
Whoops.
I charge my hammer again.
How many times can you do that in a day?
They're just spell slots.
Oh, fair enough then. If it's a bonus to charge it up, then you're charged. All right, Will.
Alrighty. These fun boys. Oh, damn. That almost rolled onto it.
What's giving the advantage right now?
It's prone. Thunderous Smite proned it.
You didn't remove the prone.
Oh.
Would a 17 have hit?
Yes.
Okay, because I dropped a 7, so. Do you want to remove the prone?
Yeah, let me go into it real quick with that. Okay.
Alright.
Did you remark it? Oh, no, I need to remove marked because you lost concentration on Hunter's Mark.
Oh, shit, that's right. Okay. It won't count for that first attack, but bonus action recast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Let me add that back to myself.
Got it.
I leave the one on myself permanent because it only affects targets that I've marked. So if you remove the mark from a target, actually, it doesn't matter because the concentration.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Doesn't matter. I just realized that wouldn't fix anything. So forget I said anything. Second attack.
Still a hit. That plus 10, man.
Offhand attack.
Did the damage? Yeah, okay, it applied. Sorry.
And then okay. Would it help for me to apply Colossus Slayer damage? Is it gonna have one of those things where it might heal itself or do something after I've killed it?
In this case, no. I had one other legendary action I was going to try to pull if it was still alive, but if you did just like you did a stack of damage there.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because if it was damage based, then I wanted to roll the d8 to add a little extra damage to maybe make it harder for it to do something. Kind of like the zombie, right? Like how the zombie tries to come back. But if you do too much damage, it won't come back.
So, I guess you're still 10 feet up on the mast.
Yep, I'm still standing on the mast.
You're taking this from the top while everyone else is standing around the bottom. But the swings coming in from your enhanced blade, it's just a flurry of just like hammering sword strikes, and everyone in the Gallagher seats, so Blaskin, Flint, and Wavosh, is kind of getting sprayed a bit with some of the stuff that's starting to fall apart, and you smash enough damage into this like bizarre, abstract enemy that the rest of it you just see kind of starts to lose cohesion, and the like half of like one of the limbs kind of starts to degrade in the center, and then everything off the end almost like dehydrates and flitters away in the breeze, and the whole thing just kind of collapses down into a bit of dust and some. I don't want to say there's even like a full remains of either of the two crew that were consumed before, but there is some of the metallic parts of the backpack that Gilly had are laying there on the ground, and the weaponry from the other deckhand that got pulled in, it still hasn't been fully eaten and rotted away, so that kind of clatters to the ground as well.
So I went to a place that you told me it looked like nobody went, and 2 people went there in the last 20 hours?
No, one person went there. The other one got eaten right in front of you.
Oh, I didn't remember that guy. Whatever. Nameless scrub.
No, it was the guy Flint talked to earlier. That's who died.
No!
Okay, well, that being the case, the things calm down from the immediate chaos.
What the hell was that?
That was my fault. I did that.
What? How? You just like
I let out some of that
a
dark
goo
mold
demon?
that I've got.
What is that?
I let out some of the dark mold that I've been carrying because I wanted to punish them for being slavers. And when I went down to fix the problem that I'd started, it attacked me and then broke out.
So you don't have any of that in our house, do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think the captain's going to be too happy about that.
Yeah, I don't imagine so.
You promise in our house.
I will actually cast Speak with Plants, and I'm going to walk over to the edge of the ship, and I'm going to unhook that other lantern and say, I tried to give you a chance to be a little bit better, but you didn't want it, so fall forever. And I'm going to let it go.
If you're casting Speak with Plants, you're going to hear a bizarre chorus of tiny, like 100 tiny voices
it doesn't need it. I don't need to hear it. It's only going to need to hear me.
Right. As you drop it, you just hear this bizarre like throng of tiny voices.
Tried to give it a chance. Killed more people. Sorry. Fall for eternity.
Fair enough. I think unless anybody else wants to do anything in the immediate moment, this might be a good time to break, and we can find out the repercussions and the rest of your trip back next session.
Okie doke.
Sounds
For
good.
us.
Works for me.
Thank
Right
you
on.
for running, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who hung out with us tonight. Appreciate the raids and the follows.
What's up,
if you'd
Internet?
like to catch any of the replays, you can do so on Rumble or YouTube. Likes, follows, shares are appreciated. Not sure if there'll be any Savage Sunday tomorrow yet or not. That one's very hit or miss. Depending on everybody else, it will be at 8 Central if so. And have a great rest of your week, everybody. Good night.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.